look carefully, look at your prints. I'll tell you how to use it, okay? How you use it is, this GK topics for you is a reference. It does not mean that it will come only from this. Did you understand? It does not mean that only if you study this, you'll get 100 out of 100. No. This is a guide. Okay, in NID exam, in design exam, there is no 100 out of 100. Okay, but you must be as good as possible. Okay, so use this as a guide for you to get an understanding. This will be constantly updated online, on Edge. Okay, all these topics are given on Edge, and it'll be. This is for you. Like, say, for example, if you're reading the internet, in the internet, what are you reading about? So you read about photography, you read about color theory, you read about everything that is in this font terminology. Read topics related to this. Watch YouTube videos related to this. So don't tell your parents that you can watch YouTube video and watch movies. You've got to watch stuff related to this, okay? So now they can also, you got to be smart here because they can ask you stuff around this. You understand? Like, say, for example, if they're asking you about symbols, they can ask you Greek symbols, they can ask you chemistry symbols, they can ask you astrology symbols. So anything, so that means they're asking symbols. So you need to study as much as symbols as you can, okay? Now, you got to study smart. How do you do that? Now, let's say I take a topic. Listen to me now, everybody listen carefully. If you take a topic, let's say paintings, okay? How do you study paintings? Painting is an endless topic. I can just go for days and days and months, and there are so many painters all over the world, right? So how you go about it is, you study the list of the top most 100 expensive paintings sold in the world. Top 100 most expensive paintings sold in India. You see the 100 paintings, or you'll get a painter, Gustave Klimt. If you get even one of his work, they go and read all his other work. You understand? Because if he was important enough to come for one painting, that means they could ask any of his other paintings. So that way, when you go, most expensive, fastest, popular, fastest cars, highest cars sold by volume, movies, movie directors means what kind of movies, not just any movie. A movie that has won international awards. The directors are, go to Rotten Tomatoes or imdb.com. You'll get the list of the top 100 greatest directors, top 100 greatest movies, blockbusters, like Star Wars has been there for so many years, Sholay, or any movie that has really performed very well in India, abroad. There's a documentary, Ship of Theseus. A question was asked about that. Anything award-winning. So you should be careful how you go about selecting. Fastest, expensive, award-winning, internationally recognized, nominated, bestseller, all these kind of things, and anything related to that. So if you study in that pattern, for the same amount of effort, your probability is much higher to get a GK question. Basically, you have to increase your probability, okay? So that's how you use this guide. Like I said, this is just a guide. Don't think this is like 100%. It's helpful. It is extremely helpful. But you must go way beyond this. Another thing is, I've seen students, they come for theory class. They'll attend 1 hour class for the week and they think they're done. You are not going to get through the exam. No way. If you have attended 1 hour of theory, you must study at least 1.5 hours. You should read every day. Now that the exam's coming closer, you need to increase that to at least 2 to 3 hours a day. Of so much you've got to read, GK and theory and aptitude. You've got to practice. The thing with aptitude is you'll make a lot of silly mistakes. Right? So you need to make all those mistakes now and make sure that you're able to work it fast. So, yes. So, once again, okay, I'll show you another example. Say, for example, photography. Photography is a very photography, font, terminology, color theory, very important topics. Paintings, movies, paintings mainly, directors. Say photography. So you'll see low ISO, high ISO. So obviously you won't have these numbers here, right? You'll only have this picture. So what they're going to do is, they're not going to ask you direct questions, oh, what is ISO? They're going to show you things and say which has a higher ISO value or lower ISO value. And unless you have really understood, you'll not be able to answer it. Do you understand? So that means you need to manufacturing processes. Not only you need to go on YouTube and see how it works, right? Photography, any of this, you need to actually see how it works. Then you have to get a deep understanding, and then you'll be able to answer these kind of questions, okay? Okay, yes, hold on. Last one, architecture. So again, handbooks, brochure, DQ Edge, study as per the guidelines. For architecture, the guidelines are on Edge, the same handout sort of given. Apps, yes, GK today are any kind of apps or internet searches, but related to architectural topics, architectural awareness, buildings, materials, architects' works, famous works, internet and YouTube, of course. You've got to refer that. It will really help. Anything else? Any questions for now? I can take a few questions, or maybe you can just ask me later. You can ask me individually. You can always ask me if there's any clarification you need, okay? Yes. Okay, now don't misunderstand me. I mean, what they said is, I said round 2 is not important and all those drawings are not important. It is important. I'm just telling you now, I'm just saying be smart on your priority. You understand? Your priority is what comes first and what comes second. So all that is there for round 1, now focus on that for round 1, because right now you need to focus on getting through gate 1, and let's look about round 2 later. But it's all very important, okay? But just manage your priority in a smart way. Okay, fine, thank you. Let's go to the next.